making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So, shocking news in Gauteng. The DA has invited the EFF to try and do a motion of no confidence against Panyaza Lesufi, the premier. Hey, first of all, what's happening with the motions of no confidence? Because in KZN, MK filed a motion of no confidence against Sontuli. Now the DA, very, very interesting, wants to invite the EFF to help them fight their battles. The DA, now all of a sudden the DA seeks help from the EFF. Let's get right into it. Let's find out, because I want to read these letters. I want to first read the letter for the DA, and the EFF has responded. I want to read the letter for the EFF. Very interesting, because also remember, the DA is remember, they want Helen Zille to be the mayor there. They are already fighting, planning their shenanigans, and whatever they are planning, they must not do it at our cost. So let's get right into it and find out, Tukuti, what are they saying and why do they want to drag us into our mess? Because the last time I checked, we did not have no beef with Panyaza Lesufi. As much as I'm saying, they didn't want him after he refused to bend and give them the portfolios that they wanted. But before that, they were part of voting Panyaza. The reason Panyaza is the premier is because of them. But when they did not get what they wanted, all of a sudden now, Panyaza became an enemy. And now we must play according to that tune. Let's get right into it. So, the DA writes a letter and says, "Dear caucus leader," which I think is going to the EFF, but let me just read. "Dear caucus leader, you may be aware that I have announced my intention to table a motion of no confidence. Such a motion would be ineffective without the support of more than just my own party. This motion is tabled sincerely as a genuine response to the following shortcomings in the premier's performance, of which you are no doubt aware of. The fiasco surrounding the establishment and implementation of Gauteng traffic wardens, so-called Amapanyaza. Number 2, the bloating of various budgets for support the premier's vanity projects. Number 3, the mishandling of sensitive matters such as the Tembisa Hospital corruption, which has resulted in the tragic loss of Babita Diokara's life. 4, the inability to hold the MEC and the HOD of Health accountable, not only for the Tembisa Hospital matter, but also for a series of issues within the Department of Health and Social Development. Number 5, the withholding of reports related to the 177 forensic investigations. Number 6, the withholding of outcomes and ongoing delays concerning lifestyle audits. The above issue, amongst many others, you can undoubtedly cite, make it clear that the premier has lost whatever fitness he once had to hold office. It is therefore imperative that we treat this issue with the seriousness it deserves for the sake of the people of our beloved province. Please advise when it would be convenient for us to engage on the matter so that we can discuss your potential support for the motion of no confidence, as well as the future alternative government. Yours sincerely, Solim Simang." Okay, so ibhalwe Soli lelet. So the EFF replies, it says, "Dear Mr. Msimanga, we acknowledge the receipt of your letter dated 23 October, which was a few days ago, inviting the economic freedom fighters to engage on the proposed motion of no confidence. in the Premier of Gauteng, Mr. Panyaza Lesufi. While we appreciate the importance of accountability in governance, we must express our deep concern about the conduct and language historically used by the Democratic Alliance, exactly, towards the EFF and its leadership. Well done, EFF. I like how this is starting. Over time, the DA has gone out of its way to demonize. Exactly my point. Oh, okay, sorry, let me not get excited. The DA has gone out of its way to demonize our organization using language that is inflammatory and inconsistent with mutual respect between political parties in a democratic dispensation. 3. Following the public remarks illustrate the DA's consistent posture towards the EFF. On 2 April 2023, the DA leader publicly declared the EFF as enemy number 1 of the DA. Alala. Number 2, on the 30th of July 2023, he referred to the EFF and its leadership as dangerous demagogues. Number 3, on the 5th of April 2024, he warned a doomsday coalition if the EFF came into government. Number 4, on the 30th of May 2024, Ms. Helen Zille stated publicly that the ANC-EFF coalition would spook investors and tank the economy. Oh, I want to let me prolong ban. I love this person. Number 5, on the 22nd of May 2025, during the visit to the United States, the DA leader stated that the DA has joined hands with the ANC to keep the EFF out of power. Hey! So this posture is not new. On the 17th of July 2024, soon after the entering the so-called Government of National Unity with the African National Congress, your party released a statement asserting that its participation was to prevent the EFF and the MK from ever getting their hands on the levels of executive power. Also, remember, the DA is asking this support from the EFF and saying that we might get into a government together in the future, which they are lying and they are gaslighting them. And I'm glad that they are counting these things for them. Number 5, in a subsequent pronouncements, including during a high-level meeting at the White House in the United States, your party reiterated that its central role in the GNU is to keep the EFF out of power. These statements have consistently defined the EFF as your party's public enemy number 1, while portraying the ANC as, oh yes, as a pliant partner with whom you can cooperate. Exactly. It is therefore curious that despite this posture, you now seek our cooperation to vote your trusted partners out of power in Gauteng? Exactly. Oh, Sana, whoever wrote this letter, chef kiss. It appears the DA wants its proverbial bread buttered on both sides. Exactly. While in the public, they portray the EFF as their enemy. God, when they need help, they know that they must call on to the EFF. Number 7, the EFF believes that political engagement must be grounded in mutual respect, exactly, and good faith. For as long as your public pronouncements about the EFF remain in effect, the EFF has no business engaging with your organization in whatever way, shape, or form. If the DA genuinely wishes to demonstrate good faith, it must publicly retract, oh yes, the inflammatory statements and issue a clear apology. Guys, whoever wrote this letter, wow. In the absence of such, the EFF cannot participate in any discussion with a party that continues to delegitimize it publicly while seeking cooperation privately. Hey, Philip Makwala, revolutionary regards, Philip Makwala, Chonga. Shout out to you, Philip Makwala. I don't know if this letter was written by you. I don't want to give you praises, Gandhi. You are not the one who wrote this letter. But Philip, oh, Sana. Hey, what a beautiful response. What a beautiful response. Wow. So, guys, what do you think? Of course, I am for the response, son. I'm for the response because the DA does this all the time, that the EFF is the enemy. There's nothing that the EFF can do. You know, so I'm happy. I'm happy that they've responded like this. Yeah, well, I see that there is another letter just before I end this episode, because this is all I came to record are these letters. But I think let me quickly squeeze this. There's another letter here from Philip Makwala to Gauteng Premier. It says rejection of illegal reconfiguration and repurposing of the so-called crime prevention wardens, Panyaza. Oh, okay. Okay, let me just read the top part. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. It says, Dear Premier, we write to you as the economic freedom fighters in Gauteng to firmly and unapologetically reject your recent announcements to reconfigure and repurpose the so-called crime prevention wardens, popularly known as Panyaza. And I like what the EFF is doing as well, writing to Panyaza also to show him that we don't agree with what you are doing. Just because we reject the DA there, we are rejecting them because they are snakes. But we don't agree with the way that you are going. So I like that. And I like that they've posted these letters. I love that. Popularly known as Imam Panyaza, in Gauteng, traffic officers and members of the so-called Special Law Enforcement Unit. This latest announcement represents nothing more than a continuation of a failed, unconstitutional, and political motivated project that has drained public funds and insulted the intelligence of the people of Gauteng. From the very beginning, the EFF exposed this scheme for what it truly is. A political recruitment drive for the ANC disguised as a crime-fighting initiative. You exploited the desperation of unemployed young people, giving them uniforms instead of real opportunities. Okay, so I like what the EFF is doing here. Shout out to the EFF in Gauteng. They are taking such a strong, firm stand, and I like that. Please, guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the EFF and how they've just handled the DA. Like, what? Anyway, there's absolutely nothing for me to add. I love the way they've responded. The DA deserves that. And I like the fact they posted it on top of that. I love that. I love that. EDA, they does nothing but to decampaign the EFF, all knowing that they when they are in trouble, they want them to help them. Hell no. Thank you so much for watching. This was a short one. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipulu Pelwana. Please subscribe to this channel. It is free of charge. Let's take this channel to 40,000 subscribers before the year ends, please. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.